South Africa.
There she is, Nia Franklin.
Now they want to give black women all this love? I smell bullshit. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tunji's podcast. I am your host, Tunji Taylor Lewis. Guys, I'm just going to go get right into it because it's something that I've been I guess you could say, looking forward to talking about on the podcast today. This thing has had me pissed off all day today, and I've been itching to talk about it all while I've been at work. I've been itching to talk about this on the podcast because it really irks me. So I'm glad to be here talking about it now. So Miss Universe, I guess, happened yesterday, the Miss Universe pageant, and they had I think Miss South Africa won the winner. She won the first place, and normally, you know, when a black woman or like a black person achieves such a thing, you know, normally I'm happy with such a thing. Normally I'm excited, you know, when black people are out here winning. It's always a good thing. However, in this case, I really got pissed off. And the reason I got pissed off was because these pageants are such bullshit. These pageants are such bullshit. And the reason why I say it's bullshit is because clearly this is a marketing tactic. Clearly this is a business decision. Clearly this is these big companies or whoever runs these fucking pageants, I don't know, looking at the social climate that we're in, seeing that, you know, black people and black women are in trend right now, and basically planning ahead of time to give these black women the awards, right? The reason why I think this way, and like I really don't feel like I'm wrong. Some of y'all might think I'm crazy about this, but I've been seeing this meme going around, right? Here, let me show you this meme that's been going around that I've been seeing a whole bunch. So it's, I don't know if you guys can read it, but it says here, for the first time in history, Miss America, Miss USA, Miss Teen USA, and Miss Universe are all black women. That's what it says here on this meme right here. You mean to tell me that in 2019, 4 pageants, Miss Teen USA, Miss America, and Miss Universe, and all 4 of these pageants in 2019, all 4 of those winners are black women, and that's not a marketing strategy? That's not a business decision? Let me tell you what's very clear to me, right? I believe that the whole reason why these winners were picked for these pageants was for this very reason, was so that these memes could be created, right? So that black women who have been underrepresented, who have been underrated for their beauty in normal society, who have grown up not seeing themselves represented, whether it's been in movies and films and, you know, dolls at the store, in magazines, whatever the case may be. Black women have been desperate to be appreciated for their beauty in normal everyday society. Jesus Christ, I'm sweating because that's how pissed I am. But also I'm wearing a bunch of layers. They've been, black women go through the experience of, people saying comments to them of like, you're beautiful for a black girl. Definitely in the entertainment industry, whether it's modeling, whether it's acting, whether it's singing, women of darker skin don't oftentimes get the opportunities that people of lighter hues get because of the racism of the industry. So we understand that these pageants, very obviously, clearly to me, chose to manipulate that. They go, okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to make these black women the winners. When we make these black women the winners, black people, black women specifically, are going to post about this on Instagram, all over their social media, whatever the case may be. Now, and this is the real kicker of why it pisses me off. They don't give a shit about empowering black women. They don't give a shit about solving the problem of how black women have been degraded in our society for years and years and years and decades. They don't give a shit about that. All they care about is the business opportunity that'll come from that, because what ends up happening, they share about these pageants, they share the winner of the Miss Universe thing, you end up going to the Miss Universe Instagram site, you end up tuning into Miss Universe. Do you guys get what I'm saying? It ups their ratings. This is basically a business tactic, a marketing tactic to up their ratings. It's that, it pisses me off because it doesn't come from a place of wanting to empower black women. This is like an intentional tactic to up their ratings and to up their marketing and to get basically a bunch of free PR, a bunch of like free marketing. And the reason why it's pissing me off is because it's working. Like, you know, I'm seeing a lot of my black female friends posting about Miss Universe, and I understand that like when y'all are posting about it, y'all aren't necessarily supporting the pageant or supporting the organization. You guys are really celebrating the fact, you guys are celebrating other black women, and I love that, and that's an amazing thing. I'm seeing a bunch of posts of Miss South Africa all over the place. Like, it's really, really a beautiful thing. You know, I love to see black women supporting each other, but I'm pissed off because what they intended to do is actually working. And I guess the counter argument to what I'm saying is, well, you know, what about the little girls who are going to be watching the Miss Universe pageant and are going to be seeing this black woman who won and are going to be able to see themselves as beautiful? That is true. That may be true. But the problem is with these organizations, once that business opportunity goes away, once it's no longer lucrative, once it no longer gets the PR or like the free publicity, that's what I've been looking for. Once these organizations are no longer getting the free publicity of putting black women on a pedestal, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go right back to what they were doing before, or they're gonna move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? Maybe it's gonna be the first ever, you know, like lesbian to ever win like Miss Universe. I don't fucking know. But what, you know, like this is something that they've identified as a business opportunity, as a marketing tactic. They absolutely wanted these memes to be put together, so like all 4 of these women have won the thing, and then black women all over, you know, US and America and Canada and all over the world are celebrating it. And I'm not mad at any black women who've reposted it. I'm obviously not mad at any of the black women who have won these competitions. I never get mad at talent. My frustration is always with these manipulative ass, just sick organizations who use us and our ability to influence culture to up their ratings, and they have, you know, no intention of moving our culture forward. We're just always being used. You know, our culture is being used as a marketing ploy, right? And you know, just so that y'all know that I'm keeping the same energy at all times. I had the same reaction that I'm having now. I had the same angry reaction that I'm having now when I saw that Black Panther had been nominated, I think last year, for Best Picture in the Oscars. And I looked at it and I was like, that is absolute bullshit. The reason why it's absolute bullshit is because, number one, obviously for me, it was obvious that they did that so that they wouldn't get any bad publicity for like the Oscars So White thing. As most of you guys know, back in the day, they had, you know, like the Oscars So White thing. You know, it was very controversial. There were no black nominees for Best Picture, no black nominees for Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, all this stuff. There were no black people, and they got it. You know what I mean? Like, they got shitted on by social media. It became this whole trend. And then I guess a couple years afterward, they nominated Black Panther for Best Picture. Here's why I say it's bullshit, because never in the history of the Oscars has a superhero-centric movie or a movie with, you know, special effects like Star Wars, that sort of stuff, never has those types of movies been nominated for Best Picture. Those types of movies usually get the awards for best, you know, sound editing, best, you know, special effects, you know, like the real technical stuff, but never for acting and never for movies. The Oscars likes to reward those really weird ass, stupid fucking movies where a woman is falling in love with a fish creature, or you know, like Joaquin Phoenix is falling in love with a freaking, you know, like piece of technology that looks like this. Slave movies, they love rewarding those. Real artsy, real weird movies, like those are the types of movies that they like to reward. So when I saw that Black Panther got the nominated for the Best Picture, I was just like, this is clearly a marketing stunt. This is clearly so that they'll be able to make the claim that, see, we nominated a black movie. But these aren't the types of movies that they nominate. The only reason why it's in there is so that they can make the claim, and so that on the surface level they can seem progressive. And that's exactly what's going on with these pageants. Whether let me just go down the list, because I'm mad and I'm pissing everybody off. And you know, like, I know, like, maybe there's people out there who think I'm crazy, but like, you know, I experience the entertainment industry all the time, and like I see how people think this way. I see how people think just as far as, you know, numbers and dollars and marketing and appearances, rather than actually, like, you know, doing good in society. So like, I know that this is definitely not, it's not unlike for people to think this way. Definitely not executives in the entertainment industry. So Miss America, Miss USA, Miss Teen USA, and Miss Universe, you know, they're all black women. All like beautiful, amazing, strong black women. Again, not mad at the black women, but these black women are being used so that on the surface level, these pageants can seem progressive, so that black women and black people in general will post about it, so that we'll tune into Miss Universe next year. Because, oh, by the way, nobody watches TV anymore. I don't even know if this thing was streaming, but I'm sure that they get most of their broadcasting their thing on TV. TV's dying right now. And that's another thing that we need to consider right now. The only way to get people to watch TV, in a world where we get all of our entertainment on our phones and we get all of our entertainment like on our laptops and from streaming and stuff like that, the only way to get people to watch TV, the only way to get people to go to movies is to either have nostalgia, right? Which is why Disney is doing all those live action remakes, or to have an represented minority group at the forefront. Those are the two ways. So just go down the list. All of the Avengers movies, that's nostalgia. All of the Disney movies, that's nostalgia. Crazy Rich Asians was huge at one point. That's an underrepresented group. Queen and Slim, I just went to go see that. That's like a very, very black movie. Just like going down the list. Or I forgot one last category. They have a built-in audience. So like, Quentin Tarantino has like a very niche group of people who will always go see his movies. So people will go see that. So like, if you have a built-in audience, if you have nostalgia on your side, or if you're doing a movie that centers around like an underrepresented minority group, that's how you get people to watch TV. That's how you get people to go to movies in the theater. And that's absolutely, it's clear as day to me that that's what's being done with these pageants. It is absolute bullshit. I don't think it's right that that these women are being used and they're being made to think that it's because of their merit. Like, that's been the argument of black people, I believe. It's just like, we're not getting opportunities even though we qualify for these opportunities. We're not getting it based on our merit because you guys are intentionally biased towards us. You guys are intentionally looking us over. And instead of but with this these four black women being the pageant winners, the problem is not being solved. The problem is not being solved. It's just like swinging the other way. Like, okay, we can get money by putting you in the forefront after like ignoring y'all for so long. Let's put y'all in the forefront so that we can get a bunch of free publicity and like stir up some conversation and controversy and have like, you know, like a sweaty dude in a beige hoodie like ranting about it for, I don't know how long I've been talking about this. I'm going on for longer than I was. I'm going on for 14 minutes. Damn, I usually only do this for 10 minutes. But do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, man, like, I just think that the intent behind what's going on right now is absolutely sickening. You know, I just really do not like it. Man, like I would love to get like everybody's thoughts on this. Like, you know, if you're watching this, like, you know, let me know in the comments what you think for sure. I'd love to have a discussion on this, but man, I guess just to like close it out, like it's just again very clear to me that the intent behind all these black women in these pageants is not because these organizations have any intent whatsoever of empowering black women. These black women are being used as a marketing tactic for tons of free publicity, and because of the amount of oppression, I guess you could call it, that black women have had to deal with for years and years, it's working. It's working, and yeah, it pisses me off that it's working. Not that the people who have reposted it are pissing me off. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, you know, like they have this plan that's, you know, that's based on greed and not based on actually empowering black women, and I just don't like it. I just don't like seeing my people. I don't like seeing black women being used in this way. So yeah, that's it, y'all. I think I've gotten out everything I need to say. Again, let me know what y'all think, because I know there'll probably be varying opinions on this, but love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Peace out.